Hello everyone again. So here we are, Wednesday. We've done 2 chapters of our book Horse Pie, and it seems everybody's copying my idea now. You can hear stories from David Walliams and other famous authors, and just keep a lookout for Miss Whiteley and Baby Archie later today as well. I'm going to read you chapter 3 in a moment. I hope you enjoy my stories. If any of you want to read a book at home and make a quick video on your mobile phones or mums and dads' mobile phones and send it to me, I'd love to see that as well. Okay, here we go, chapter 3. Okay, chapter 3. So, we've already read about Jenny appearing at the horse's home after she was retired from beach donkey duties. And we've heard from Alfie, the old pony, about these horse rustlers, which he's worried about. And he's worried that these 3, the giants, are going to be taken by horse rustlers. Here we are, chapter 3. For the rest of that day, Jenny could think of nothing else as she grazed her way about the big field in Alfie's company. Alfie, she noticed, though among the smallest of the ponies, was obviously a figure of some importance. He introduced her to the others as they met, and on the whole they greeted her in a friendly fashion. Though, when a mare, with a bit of breeding about her, said, "An ass, what next?" she soon regretted it, for Alfie wheeled quick as a cat, and his hind hooves beat a tattoo on her ribs. That's an interesting phrase. His hind hooves beat a tattoo on her ribs. What do you think that means? But the 3 great cart horses were a different matter. One after another they worked their way close to the donkey and then suddenly lashed out or tried to bite her back. Once they lined up together and galloped across the field towards her, snorting and whinnying as though they meant to squash her into the very ground. Those 3 cart horses are really actually bullying Jenny, aren't they, at the minute? They're constantly, over a repeatedly period of time, being unkind to her. "Let's hope the rustlers get you," shouted Alfie as they dodged out the way. "Horse pie, that's all you're good for." But of course the thunder of hooves drowned his words. "These rustlers," Jenny said, "when do they come?" "At night," said Alfie. "Likely they'll have a big cattle lorry parked down the road, and then they'll come up the drive on foot with halters." "And how will they catch Captain and Ladybird and Herbert?" "Sugarlumps, I shouldn't wonder," said Alfie. "They'll go anywhere for a sugarlump, they will. All the way to France, in fact." "Alfie," said Jenny, "we must stop them." "Stop who?" "The rustlers. Whatever for, old girl? Good riddance to bad rubbish, I says. Nasty tempted great things." So Jenny, despite being picked on by these cart horses, despite them being really horrible to her, biting her, kicking her, chasing her, she's still trying to help them. I think Jenny really is a good donkey, isn't she? "I don't care about that," said Jenny. "They're still English horses and I'm an English donkey, and I'm not having them made into French horse pies. We must stop the rustlers." "Oh, nothing easier," said Alfie acidly. "You just waits by the gate, and when the rustlers open it, you nips out down the drive, and then you punches all the tyres on the cattle lorry." "How do I do that?" "Bite 'em." For answer, Jenny rolled back her lips. Alfie could see that what few teeth she had left were blunt and brown and broken. Oh no, look at her teeth in the picture there. There's no way she could bite through lorry tyres. "Oh," he said, "perhaps not." "No," said Jenny, "but you've given me an idea." "What?" "When the rustlers open the gate," you said. "Well?" "There's only one gate into this field, and there's no other way for Captain, Ladybird and Herbert to be taken out. The post and rail fence is too high, even if they could be made to jump it." "So?" "So we wait for the rustlers in our field with their halters and their sugarlumps, and then we block the gate." "You're joking, old girl," said Alfie. "You and me stood in the gateway trying to stop the rustlers leading those 3 monsters through? We'd get killed." "We might," said Jenny, "but we needn't be alone. All the other horses and ponies could help. The rustlers couldn't get through the whole herd." So Jenny's got a plan. She's going to wait until the rustlers come into the field, and then her and Alfie and the other horses will block the gate so they can't get out again. They'll be trapped. The stableman, coming out to have a look round his horses, saw the skewbald pony and the donkey standing nose to nose. The pony was nodding his head vigorously. "You've got something there, Jenny," Alfie said, "but they'd drive us out of the way after a bit. We shall need help from the stableman." "How are we going to get him up in the middle of the night?" "That's easy," Jenny said. "You leave that bit to me." There's the stableman watching them. I wonder what he's thinking, watching the the pony and the donkey, seemingly talking in the middle of the field. What's Jenny's plan to get him up in the middle of the night, I wonder? So even though these three giants are being so unkind to Jenny, she's still trying to help them. She's a very kind-hearted soul, isn't she? How would you react if you were Jenny in this story and someone was being horrible to you and bullying you? Would you help them? Or would you leave them to their fate? Remembering, of course, how serious this is. The three of them are going to be killed and eaten if they're taken. It's a little bit like the story of the Good Shepherd from the Bible, where Jesus says that the shepherd still goes out into the field to find his one missing sheep, despite there being 99 sheep in the pen. A bit like Jenny, she's got friends. She doesn't need these guys. In fact, these horses have been particularly unkind, but she's still going to go out and help them. Chapter 4. Two men talking over the gate. A padlock's been put on the gate. Alfie and Jenny again. Somebody coming up the driveway. Interesting. I wonder what's going to happen.